We are beginning with the opening prayers. Om Bhadram Karnabhihi Shrunuyam Devaha Bhadram Pashyamakshabhihi Yajatraha Sthairaihi Angaihi Tushravanga Sastanavubhihi Yashem Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indra Vruddhasravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Staksharyo Arishtanemihi Swasti na Bruhaspatir Dadatu Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu mamangani vakpranaschakshuhu Srutramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani Sarvam brahmopanishadam aham brahma nirakuryam mama brahma nirakaro Nirakaranamasva nirakaranam me vastu tadatmani nirataiha upnishatsu dharmaste Mai santu te mai santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. With these prayers, we will begin our session with Mandukya Upnishad. At this point, I thought that when we began this Mandukya Upnishad, most of us were not much familiar with Upanishads, in particular the Mandukya Upnishad. It was a big venture for all of us. And we have gone through few stanzas in about 3-4 weeks now. And we have some familiarity how Mandukya is progressing. But since Mandukya has a little bit of complexity because of Gaudapad and the original 12 stanzas, in the first chapter particularly, they are interplaying. And it is a confusion for all of us. And for that reason, I think we need to be more familiar with the structure, particularly of the first chapter. What is it trying to say? Where is it leading? What is the goal of the first chapter? I think we need to be a little bit more deeper familiar with this concept before we move on. If you remember, we began with the goal. We have a goal here with Mandukya Upnishad. We wanted to see that Krishna, not only the charioteer, not only the Vibhuti Yoga Krishna, not only the Vishwa Swarup Krishna. We want to see him in totality as he is. That was our goal. Are we approaching in that direction? Where is he hiding himself? How are we going to find him? Mandukya Upnishad, particularly, the style, the way it is written, the way it is clarified by Gaudapad, is leaving no mystery. It is only our inability to really grasp the concept. And I think we are not in hurry. I am not in hurry. I want to grasp the concept. Where is he? What is his characteristics? How to find him, etc., etc. In the beginning of the first stanza, I mentioned that without doing dhyan on your own, the mind will vanish. Really? Without telling mind, it will vanish? If somebody wanna take a serious course, college level, university level, whatever level, or in Himalayas, under the guidance of great rishis, the single most technique of going into dhyan, and this is really very paradoxical. The technique is, don't tell the mind, go away. Why? Try that. It will not go away. You will try again. It will not go away. Beautiful mind. So what to do then? Don't say anything. Just don't say anything. This is the theme of Aurobindo. He has written tons of literature about how to control the mind. And the single most theme in all of his scriptures is, do not tell anything to mind. I'm going to just hurriedly go through some of the Mandukya Upnishad stanzas before we hit stanza number 10 of the Karika. We are not in a hurry. We want to grasp the concept of this Mandukya. How is it moving? How is it going to lead us to our fulfilling of the goal to see? So we are not in hurry. Let's see what the first stanza told us. We might have forgotten by now. So I want to just kind of go there and see what the first stanza does and what happens. It begins with Om. And the last line says, I have the habit to move back and forth in the stanza. I don't read the stanza serially. I want to capture the essence of the stanza. Not only capture, but I want to keep it in myself. I didn't say I want to keep it in my mind. No, I said I want to keep it in myself. and myself is not my mind. The last line says, one line before the last probably, Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyat Iti. He's talking about 3 time zones, past, present, and future. But if you know in physics, all of the 3 times are infinite. They have no boundary. Time and space in physics have no boundary. But from physics boundary, this is Mandukya Upnishad boundary, and he says, Anyat Trikalatitam. અરે ભાઈ એ બાઉન્ડ્રી સુધી નહીં કે જે ઇન્ફિનિટ છે, એ બાઉન્ડ્રીની બહાર છું. એક તો ઇન્ફિનિટી છે જ ફિઝિક્સની, પણ આ ફિઝિક્સમાંથી હવે જમ્પ આઉટ કરે છે અને એ એમ કહે છે કે તે બાઉન્ડ્રીની પણ હું બહાર છું. અને જોયું માંડુક્ય ઉપનિષદ શું કરે છે તે હવે એ ફિઝિક્સની બહાર કાઢી નાખે છે. ફિઝિક્સની બહાર કાઢી નાખે છે મીન્સ કે મેથેમેટિક્સની બહાર કાઢી નાખે છે, મીન્સ કે મગજની બહાર કાઢી નાખે છે. એણે એવો શ્લોક નથી લખ્યો કે એ તમારું મગજને ભગાડી મૂકો. એણે ઇનડિરેક્ટલી કહ્યું કે મારી બાઉન્ડ્રી 3 ટાઈમ ઝોનની પણ બહાર છે. એમ કહીને એણે એવું કહ્યું કે અહીંયા તમારા મગજનું કોઈ કામ નથી. મગજનું કામ નથી, મગજથી સમજાવવાનું નથી. જો મગજને લાવીને મૂક્યું અને ટ્રાય ધીસ થિંગ, અને એક આર્ગ્યુમેન્ટ કરશો તમે તો એ તમને ઓર ગૂંચવી મારશે. એમાં બેમત નથી. Okay, so the goal of first stanza is get out of the mind. Get out of the mind. What a potential thing it is accomplishing just in the first stanza. I wanted to remind you about that thing, that accomplishment he is doing in the first stanza. And now on, he's developing the structure around Omkar. The entire Mandukya Upnishad is based on Omkar, nothing else. The 3 parts of Omkar, A, U, Ma, they are representations of Jagrat Avastha, the awake, dream Avastha, and a deep sleep Avastha. They are representing these 3. And if you take the whole Om, one word, there are 2 things we are talking about, 3 parts, 3 letters, A, U, Ma, and the whole Om. The entire Om is the 4th one, the Turiya. And the process here would be by meditating on the 3 letters separately, how to enrich the waking state life. How to enrich the dream state life. How to enrich the deep sleep life. Then taking the entire Om, jump into the Tulya. Do you follow this science? What a marvelous science he is presenting here. And as we said, there is no mind. No arguments are going on here. Somebody cannot come and say, oh, how this thing happened? Oh, really? That is the logic of the science, not of the Upanishad. Upanishads are spoken and heard and understood between the master and your soul. No brain in between. No brain. So for Upanishadic study, this is a very, very primary requirement. After talking those three states, the Jagrat, sleeping, Swapnavastha, he is exploring the Mandukya and Gaudpad interchangeably. They are exploring. Is he hiding in one of those three? Where is he? We will come to Mandukya Upnishad stanza number 7, just before stanza 10 of the Karika. Yes, Santa Kukrini Ramatni under there are 14 rooms in stanza number 7. We are coming there. Be patient. એને આપણે મળવા નીકળેલા છે પણ એ સંતા કુકડી રમવાનો એ એમને એમ ચા મૂકીને રાહ નથી જોવાનો આપણી એ 14 ક્વાર્ટર ની અંદર 14 રૂમ્સ ની અંદર આપણને ફેરવશે અને ત્યાં નથી એ બાકીના 3 શબ્દની અંદર એ કેવો છે એટલું જરાક કહીને પાછો જતો રહેશે. Why does he do this thing? In order to grasp the total personality he has to go stepwise. Stepwise. હું આવો નથી, હું આવો નથી, હું આવો નથી. એટલે ત્યાં શોધવા ના જાવ. એટલે એ આપણા પ્રયત્નોને ધીરા પાડી દે છે. ત્યાં નહીં, ત્યાં નહીં, ત્યાં નહીં. પછી ધીરે રહીને કહેશે કે હું આવો છું. એટલે પાછું એ તમારે શોધવાનું રહ્યું. એવો એ જેવો છે તેવો ક્યાં છે તો? This is how we are progressing. So this is the nature of Mandukya Upnishad. And then what's going to happen is chapter 1 has total of 41 stanzas, 12 of Mandukya and 29 of Karikas. Karikas are nothing, but is elaborating a little bit more on those 12 stanzas. To such a point that he has written, the Karika, chapter number 2 is Advaita Prakarana. And then it goes further. So all of the characteristic embedded in 12 stanzas are again explored in the following chapters. Only Karikas, no mantras, no 12, no Mandukya Upnishad in 2, 3, and 4 chapters. So we will be relieved there and we will just be enjoying Gaudapad, nothing else. However, it is my strong recommendation. Strong. Go and read those 12 stanzas once every day until you finish the whole Mandukya book. Why? Because Gaudapada has no mercy. He is not telling you which of the 12 stanza he is speaking about. He just speak. And it is your job to find out on which stanza, because after the book is finished, I will not be there either to tell you that this is the stanza he's speaking about. You will have to find out yourself. Another experience I have, and I also would like to share a little bit of my experience, that on the first encounter of Mandukya, and I'm not saying that whatever happened to me is going to happen to you. What I'm saying is, these are the kind of things. 45 years ago, when I studied Mandukya first time, the reaction was, it's a book. I studied the second time about a year ago. And I was not able to read as a book. After reading that second time, how am I presenting to you now? The second time book, it just revolves every day. Stanza after stanza. The book is not needed. Translation is not needed. It all is there. And one thing I found, one thing definitely I can say, the power of that Omkar, the separate letters and the word, mostly it will put you in meditation 24 hours a day. You try to call mind, hey, hey, buddy, come, come. Doesn't come. You are mindless. You are totally mindless. There is no mind. And that is what the goal of Mandukya Upnishad. And then you will be totally controlled in the three stages, the Jagrat, સ્વપ્નની અંદર સ્વપ્ન ડંગડળા વગરનું નહીં ચાલુ થાય. Mostly you will be in a sound sleep. No swap. And that will change your life. That will completely change your life. So I'm going to that 10 stanza of Karika. However, before I jump to 10 stanza, I do want to see one previous stanza, and one previous stanza, if you open your book, would be 7 stanza of Mandukya Upnishad. Please see, we are on the same slok. Find out 7th slok of Mandukya Upnishad.
What is that page number, please?
You may have a different book and I may have a different book. Which book you have? Do you have the
Nikhilananda, yeah.
Okay, I will tell you in a minute. Hold on a second. I have to look my iPad. Just hold on.
Okay.
Thank you. The verse is na anta pragyam na bahish pragyam.
That's right. Yeah, that is the stanza I'm going, but I'm going to give you the exact page.
Okay. Okay, you found it.
We found it.
Hold on a second.
It's on page 50, 50.
Yeah, let me confirm that. Okay, I'm on page 97 actually. And there is a Greek letter 7 and also stanza number 7. But the page numbers are two different. One says 50 and another says 97. So I don't know which one you are referring. Do you have page 50 on the left side?
That's what we've got, 50.
Yes. Okay, now I will keep my iPad open. I'm not going through the iPad. I'm going in my own way, you know. So now if you refer to Nikhilan and I have that page, I will keep that page open with me. Okay, it says, na antah pragnam. જે તેજસની અંદર સ્વપ્નાવસ્થા ચાલે છે. ત્યાં નથી એવું કહ્યું એણે. ન બહિષ્પ્રજ્ઞમ ન ઉભયતઃ પ્રજ્ઞમ. I will not read all of them, but if you count up to 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there is Sandhi and there are 4 in there embedded, and there is a second Sandhi, there are another 3 embedded. Total of 14 qualifiers. And in those 14, he says, I'm not there. That is what she says. Everywhere either there is na or a, and either one means not. So I am not there. Then it comes to prapancha apashamam shantam shivam advaitam chaturtham manyante sah atma sah vigneya. ક્યાં નથી એ કહી દીધું એણે 14 ક્વાર્ટર્સ ની અંદર. અને પછી ધીરે રહીને કહે છે કે પ્રપંચો સમમ, and prapancho shamam means he is free from the transaction of the world. That is what he is saying. Shivam means sukanyar, auspicious. Advaitam, non-dual. Chaturtham, the 4th quarter. And saha atma saha vigneya. And that is to be known. So he has given a tons of hint here. When, as we follow now, he is going to give more and more hint. Now begins the Karika slok number 10. And see what he says. That end of 7th stanza of the mantra, the Mandukya Upnishad slok, that says that the 4th stage, that is something to be known. And now the 10th slok of Karika is glorifying that thing. It says, Nivrutte sarva dukkhanam. All of the miseries in the 3 quarters. In all the 3 quarters, waking state, dream state, or sleep state, they are full of miseries. Nivrutte sarvadukhanam. That will end there. Where? He is naming nam, the names of that Supreme we are looking for. Ishana, the great Lord, Ishan. Prabhuhu Avyayaha. Biji line ma bijo sabda che Vibhuhu. Prabhuhu Vibhuhu. And Prabhu Vibhu means everywhere, omnipotent. He is everywhere. Advaita Sarva Bhavana. Advait, non-dual. Where? Sarva Bhavana means among all the multiplicity. Among all the multiplicity, he is Advait. So if you experience Turiya, the fourth stage, because it is Advait, even you are not there. So your recorder, the mind is not there also. How does the news then gonna come out? What did you see? Buddha used to keep rose flower in his hand. And with a mild smile, he would stay quiet for hours. And in the audience, they were thinking, oh, at this moment, he is going to say something. Nothing came out of his mind. You see the picture here, non-dual? Even you are not there, non-dual. That is the goal of this Mandukya. Take you there. Devaha turyaha vibhuhu smrutaha. અને જ્યાં દુઃખનો અંત આવી જાય છે એવો એ જે fourth quarter ની અંદર છે તુરિયાની અંદર તે present થશે. He will appear. So that is the marvelous things. Now some more qualifications are coming about this three stages and the Turiya, because now Turiya has entered, so he is going to compare those three stages with this, the last one. So if you have no illusion, કે સ્વપ્નમાં એવું આવે કે ભગવાન દેખાયો ને સવારમાં ઉઠીને બધાને કહો કે ઓહો મને ભગવાનના દર્શન થયા. ઓ રિયલી? ઓ સ્વપ્નમાં? નો, એ સ્વપ્નમાં નથી આવતું. એ તો સાક્ષી છે ખાલી. He is only witness. So let's see what this 11th stanza says. Karya karana baddhau tau ishyete visvate jasau. Karya karan means cause and effect. Cause and effect. જાગ્રત અવસ્થા અને સ્વપ્નાવસ્થાની અંદર cause and effect હોય છે. કંઈક બને ને કંઈક તેનું રિએક્શન આવે. તમે બજારમાં જાઓ શોપિંગ કરવા એવું અને ટ્રાન્ઝેક્શન કરો, cause and effect. There is cause and effect. સ્વપ્નાની અંદર subtle ફોર્મની અંદર cause and effect છે. પ્રાજ્ઞઃ ગાઢ નિંદ્રાની અંદર cause છે. ઇફેક્ટ નથી. What is the cause? ગાઢ નિંદ્રામાં cause છે, તમને કંઈ ખબર નથી. You don't know anything. That is the cause. But now he is clarifying. Dvau tau turyena siddhyataha. Dvau tau. Oh. Dvau tau. તે બંને તુર્ય, સાતમી વિભક્તિ, તુર્યેન સિદ્ધ્યતઃ. Cause and effect. Cause and effect તુર્યામાં નથી. Cause and effect તુર્યામાં નથી, એનો શું અર્થ કરવાનો હવે? What is the interpretation of that? કારકા માતા થા નથી. પ્યોર તુર્યામાં છે હવે રામકૃષ્ણ. કારકા માતા નથી. કારકા માતાની ચિંતા પણ. દ્વૌ તૌ તુર્યેન સિદ્ધ્યતઃ. આટલું કપલેટ જરા મનની અંદર નહીં, મન તો જતું રહેલું છે. તમારી અંદર જરા કાપલી મારીને ચોંટાડી રાખવા જેવું છે. દ્વૌ તૌ, એ બંને તુર્યામાં નથી. હવે હિન્ટ આપતો જાય છે આવી કે તુર્યામાં શું છે, ત્યારે તુર્યામાં શું નથી એની હિન્ટ આપે છે. ટ્વેલ્થ કારિકા. ન આત્માનમ ન પરાંચ એવ ન સત્યમ ન અપી ચ અનૃતમ. પ્રાજ્ઞઃ કિંચન સંવેત્તિ તુર્યમ તત્સર્વદૃક સદા. આહા, આગલા સ્ટાન્જામાં શું દેખાતું બંધ થઈ જાય છે એ કહ્યું એને. દૌ ચૌ તુર્યેન. પણ આ સ્ટાન્જામાં હવે શું પેલામાં નથી દેખાતું ને આમાં શું દેખાય છે તેની વાત કરે છે. ન આત્માનમ ન પરાંચ એવ ન સત્યમ ન પીર્ચ અનૃતમ. પોતાના સેલ્ફનું ભાન નથી, બીજાનું કોઈનું ભાન નથી. Not aware of his or her own self, not aware about other people, not aware about the truth, not aware about untruth. Where is this happening? This is happening in deep sleep. Tejas, not tejas, prajna. But turyam tat sarvat druk sada. પણ તુર્યાની અંદર એ બધું તમારું સેલ્ફ, બીજું બધું, truth and untruth, that will all shine in the Turya. When we go through this, I recommend, not in the beginning, but at least as you progress, some of the pieces, like what is in Turiya, what is not there, what is not there, what is outside there. That game is very interesting kind of game. Dvaitasya agrahanam. Dvaita, duality. Duality નું અગ્રહણમ. ગ્રહ એટલે પકડવું. Agrahanam means non-perception. Tulyam. Tulyam means common. Tulyam ubayoho pragnatulyayo. Pragnatulyayo. ગાઢ નિંદ્રા અને તુર્યા બંનેની અંદર, in both of them. Now he is going comparison after comparison. Ubayoho pragnatulyayoho. ગાઢ નિંદ્રા, deep sleep, and turya. બંનેની અંદર duality નું non-perception છે. But in the garden Indra, deep sleep, we have the non-perception. The difference in Turiya is there is no non-perception, no vidyate. So let's see what he says. Non-perception of duality is mostly equal, both in sleep and Turiya. But the sleeper condition in his sleep is in the form of the cause, and this, the sleep or the cause, does not exist in Turiya. The deep sleep, he is differentiating. નહીં તો એવું થઈ જશે કે deep sleep એ સમાધિ થઈ. No, that is not the case. He is differentiating between Turiya and the deep sleep. 14th stanza. Swapna nidra yutau, associated with dream and sleep. Swapna nidra yutau adyau. The first two means the Jagrata Avastha, awake, and dream stage. Aswapna nidraya na nidram eva cha swapnam turye na pashyanti nischitaha. ત્રણે ત્રણ સ્ટેજની હવે એકી સાથે કમ્પેરિઝન કરે છે. In the waking state and tejas, the swapnavastha, they are associated with dream and sleep. And prajna is without dream. But the knower of the truth will see that either sleep or dream is not in Turiya. So with each of these stanza, what he is doing is picking up the characteristic of either one or two of those three stages and is saying either those are in Turiya or not in Turiya. So he's differentiating here with all those characteristics. Anyatha gruhnatah swapnah nidra tattvam ajanatah. There are two phrases here very important to understand in our own language, in English. Anyatha means bijirita, means in a different way. So the good translation is misapprehension. In the dream, what we see is misapprehension. Means je dekhai છે તે સાચું નથી. Misapprehension. Then there is another word, ajanatah. And the meaning of ajanatah means non-apprehension. Deep sleep ni અંદર તો ખબર જ નથી. એટલે સ્વપ્નમાં જે મિસએપ્રિહેન્શન થાય છે તેવું મિસએપ્રિહેન્શન એ નથી. એટલે એણે શબ્દ વાપર્યો અજાનતઃ, means non-apprehension. So there are two kinds of apprehension. Misapprehension means something દેખાશે, but that is wrong. Ajanatah means દેખાતું જ નથી, non-apprehension. અને viparyase, and the meaning of viparyase means when those two errors are removed, and when you are in Turiya, you will realize that both of those errors will go away. So all of these stanza, one after another, what they are doing is comparing either one or two or all three with Turiya Avastha and see how they compare. And that clarification will increase a lot of clarity when you go in Dhyana. This 16th stanza is a very thrilling kind of stanza. Anadi maya suktaha yada jivaha prabudyate. Oh. Ages after ages. એવું નહીં કે એક incarnation, one birth. Anadi maya suktaha yada jivaha prabudyate. એટલે તો અહીંયા એને ફ્રેઝ મૂકેલો સુપ્તઃ. આમ તો જાગતો હોય દિવસના, પણ તો પણ એને કહ્યું કે સુપ્તઃ. How? By anadi maya, ત્રીજી વિભક્તિ. Maya. From maya, maya. Anadi means not adi. Anadi. Thousands of births. Thousands of births si sutelo atma. Suptaha jivaha. Prabudyate. શબ્દ તો જુઓ, પ્રબુદ્ધ્યતે. બુદ્ધનો શબ્દ છે આ, પ્રબુદ્ધ્યતે. A lot of people have some philosophers like Radhakrishnan and many others, they have a good discussion about is there a touch of Buddhism in Mandukya Upnishad? And I'm not going to go in there. I don't want to digress, but those who want to go into those philosophy might want to browse those things. Ajam, તે ક્યારે જન્મેલો જ નથી. અનિદ્રમ અસ્વપ્નમ અદ્વૈતમ, સ્વપ્નમાં ગયો નથી, નિંદ્રામાં ગયો નથી, જન્મેલો નથી. અદ્વૈતમ, Advait, no Dvait. Buddhyate tada. અહીંયા બે શબ્દ છે. પ્રબુદ્ધ્યતે મીન્સ જ્યારે જ્ઞાન થાય છે એને, અને પછી એની સાથેનો કનેક્ટેડ શબ્દ જે છે બુદ્ધ્યતે. શું બુદ્ધ્યતે? The first word is prabudhyate. ત્યારે બુદ્ધ થાય છે, ત્યારે બુદ્ધ્યતે, ત્યારે એને જ્ઞાન થાય છે. શું જ્ઞાન થાય છે? એ તો જન્મેલો જ નથી. એ જન્મેલો નથી. રિયલી? આ બધા બર્થડે કરે છે તેનું શું? કેક કાપે વગેરે? એ જન્મેલો નથી. કારણ કે તુરિયામાં છે. હવે કોઈ બોડી, માઇન્ડ, ઇન્ટેલેક્ટ એ બધું એ સામગ્રી જે છે તે નથી. એકલો અદ્વૈત ઉભો રહેલો છે, અને એ તો જન્મતો નથી, એ ઊંઘતો નથી, એને સ્વપ્ન આવતું નથી. ત્યારે આવી પરિસ્થિતિ થાય છે એની. અને આ જે ગૌડપાદ, who are in the hierarchy of ભગવાન વિષ્ણુ, તે લોકો બોલે છે. હવે આ 17મો અને 18મો શ્લોક છે તે જરી સમજવાને માટે ગમે એટલું ભાષાંતર કરો પણ it is a very potent kind of two stanzas here. But what it is arguing is, even without reading, I'm just going to tell you what it says. If all these apparent pluralities are real, see, he is arguing, and we have to, some people would hurriedly bring the mind. Hey, mind, come, we need you. No, keep the mind away still. When all this apparent plurality, if it is real, then he says, then it will certainly go away. But since it is not going away, it is not real. That is the argument he is making. And instead of going into pros and cons of this statement, I would rather park this stanza here. And whenever you have a couple of minutes, moments of leisure, please read the translation of Nikhilana few times. Same thing do for 18. Vikalpaha vinivartet kalpitaha yadi kenchit upadeshad ayam vadaha gnate dvaitam na vidyate. So that is also a similar meaning. But I want to park these two stanzas right now for picking up in future at the appropriate time. Right now, એટલું જ સમજી લો કે જો આ પ્લુરાલિટી રિયલ હોય તો એ ડિસેપિયર થઈ જવી જોઈએ, પણ એ ડિસેપિયર નથી થતી માટે રિયલ નથી એવો આર્ગ્યુમેન્ટ કરે છે. So we have to park this concept, and I do not want to elaborate right now, but I will remember to catch up later on. Now, 8th stanza of Mandukya Upnishad. And he's beginning from here, 8 and then 9 through 12. What he is going to do is take the Omkar as one word, Om, as one word, and then take the separate letters, Ma. Up to 12 stanza, Mandukya is now going to explain the potency of those separate letters and the whole Omkar, and in what it does for you. And we'll conclude the Mandukya Upnishad that way. So we are going to remember that we are at stanza number 8 of Mandukya Upnishad. And you can mark your page number or whatever to remember that in your Nikhilanan. Next time you will meet the session at that point. I'm just picking up the stanza. I don't remember the page number and all that kind of thing because I don't have Nikhilanan with me. And I have a zillion other books, but I don't usually follow the books. I want to read that stanza myself, and I want to do the commentary right from Sanskrit and not from translation and all that kind of thing. So please forgive me. But what you're going to remember, we are at stanza number 8 of Mandukya Upnishad. And in Nikhilanan, whatever page is that, you will remember that. So there would be 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 11 stanza of Mandukya Upnishad. 8, 9, 10, and 11. It cut off at 12. The 12 will come after few of the Karikas. But right now, we will remember stanza number 8 of Mandukya Upnishad. And we will catch up next time. So it's about time for closing prayers and any ambiguity, any understanding, clarification, whatever. We would like to go through together. And the meaning of together, we want to walk together. We want to understand together. So, if you think you don't have any question, by the way, I want to introduce one of my good friend here. He is Ramesh Bhai Vashi. And we know each other from 1965 or probably maybe a couple of years earlier. He used to watch me doing mathematics on the Navsari station, railway station, about 9 o'clock, waiting for the train. And after that, after a couple of years, he had the opportunity to see me taking one of his class. That was an amazing, just like Prakash Thakur. They were together in the same class. And I was enjoying the differential equations and the meaning of differential equations, that in the equation, instead of algebra, there would be calculus embedded. So it was a lot of fun, but Vashi means controlling the senses. Would you believe that beautiful name he has? And his village was only a couple miles away from my small village. It was a small places those days. But we used to have the same high school teachers and same college teachers. So we had a lot of common experience kind of thing. He was a scientist for many years at Physical Research Laboratory of Vikram Sarabhai in Ahmedabad. So after accomplishing a whole lot in the scientific field for many years, he came to United States, and we have the pleasure to see him in our class. So look like there is nobody wanna ask anything, and that's why I would go to closing prayers. And I last time કહ્યું કે પહેલી પ્રેયર ની અંદર છેલ્લી લાઈન છે દિયો યો નહ પ્રચોદયા. એટલા માટે મેં પ્રાર્થના મૂકેલી કે અમને બુદ્ધિ આપજે. તમે એમ ના માનશો કે એમ કહેવાથી એ બુદ્ધિ ના આપે. નો, એ જરૂર આપે. બે વખત બોલી તો જુઓ મનમાં, દિયો યો નહ પ્રચોદયાત. અને તમને ઘણી વખત આઈ હોપ કે એવો વહેમ ના પડે કે હું ગપ્પાએ મારી જતો હોઉં છું. નો, હું ગપ્પા નથી મારતો. હું મારી જાતે બોલું છું. દિયો મને જ્યારે એવું લાગે કે મારી બુદ્ધિ ઓછી પડે છે અહીંયા ત્યારે હું એને કહું દિયો યો ના પ્રચો. અને એ સંભળાશે તમને બોલતો, અરે સોરી હું જરા રોકાયેલો હતો. કારણ કે એને નરસિંહ મહેતાને કહેવું પડેલું હુંડી આપ્યા પછી, મહેતા ફરી પાછી લખજો જ્યારે જરૂર પડે ત્યારે. અલાભાઈ તે તને નથી ખબર કે એને જરૂર છે કે મહેતા પાસે કેવડાવવાનો? પણ ના, એ એવો છે થોડોક. આ જાણવા જેવી બધી વસ્તુઓ છે, પણ આ બધી અંગત વસ્તુઓ છે, મારાથી બોલાઈ ગયું, સોરી. ઓકે, ક્લોઝિંગ પ્રાર્થના. ઓમ ભૂર્ભુવઃ સ્વઃ તત્સવિતુર્વરેણ્યં ભર્ગો દેવસ્ય ધીમહિ ધિયો યો નઃ પ્રચોદયાત્. પૂર્ણમદઃ પૂર્ણમિદં પૂર્ણાત પૂર્ણમુદચ્યતે પૂર્ણસ્ય પૂર્ણમાદાય પૂર્ણમેવાવશિષ્યતે. ઓમ શાંતિ શાંતિ શાંતિ. અને આ બીજી પ્રાર્થના છે તે માંડુક્ય ઉપનિષદ બોલે છે, એટલે there is a reason behind both of this પ્રાર્થના. એટલે હજુ એક મોમેન્ટ હું આપું છું તમને, જો કંઈ હજુ પણ મનમાં કન્ફ્યુઝન હોય તો we can clarify, and if not then I will go to and close the recording. હજુ બધાના મગજ આવતા નથી, હવે જતા રહ્યા. મને આનંદ પણ થયો એને લીધે, એ ઘણું સારું થયું. ચાલો, બહુ મજા આવી અને આવતી વખતે મળીશું. અને you remember what stanza we said? Again I say it is the stanza number 8 of Mandukya Upnishad. So I am shutting off this recording now.
Hari Om.